Hi, it's Melly. I haven't been on here in a while. Life's been lifing. Um, Honestly, it's just been really heavy. I know everybody's feeling it and kind of going through it. I haven't really been on social media much, except to repost funny stuff on my other socials. Um, but I wanted to come on here and vlog a little bit. Lots of stuff going on. I'm trying to I'm trying to figure out exactly what I'm gonna do with the second half of my life, and I've been spending a lot of time with that lately. You get to be a middle-aged person, I guess. Well, I don't know. Maybe everybody does. Maybe everybody doesn't, or some people don't. I don't know. But I feel like a lot of us that are in middle age are like, okay, what's next? You know? I've been doing hair for 30 years. I've been in and out of the real estate field for 20 years. I've been a real estate agent in a couple of different states. I'm actually still licensed in one of the states. I tried real estate, like I really went for it, and I discovered that I didn't like it. I don't know. I didn't want to drive around on Sundays talking about, school districts. Listen, I worked with some folks that are super awesome at it. They have stats, they have facts, they are really nurturing and patient and informed. And hey, if you ever need a real estate agent, I'm not doing it anymore, but I can certainly refer some amazing folks to you. So let me know if you need to buy or sell a house. But I personally, it just wasn't for me. I love real estate. I love knowing about it. I can follow it from a personal investment point of view. But I just know second half of my life, that's not where I want to go. I like there's a very creative part to it, especially being a hairstylist. I just have a creative brain. So I was very good at staging. And I thought about maybe doing a staging business. I dabbled with it for a while. I even thought about doing like a personal interior decorating. I'm pretty good with Canva. I did have another three-dimensional interior design program that I was working with for a while. I don't know. I started to kind of think about that during COVID. I do generally enjoy decorating. I do. I don't know if you can see a little bit of my house behind me, but I do enjoy decorating. That's not off the table. I'm in the process of trying to be a little bit more practical. Well, why am I doing all this? I still enjoy doing hair, but my body is like, you got to figure something else out. My body is like, I can't, I'm done. Aches, pains, herniated discs, torn meniscus. I know I can't keep doing it, whether I like it or not. It has been an amazing career, though. I mean, really, I've met so many amazing people. I've worked with so many amazing people. And I've been able to make a good living from it, Side note, I don't have kids, but I'm in the world with young people. I come across young people a lot. Either they're sitting in my chair or I have worked with them. The beauty business especially is filled with young people, and I've gotten to work with a lot of different ones. I just want to say really quickly, college may not necessarily be for everybody, and that's okay. The trades are a very good, noble thing to consider. We will always need electricians. We will always need plumbers. We will need hairstylists. We will need HVAC technicians. And guess what, guys? At least for now, those things are AI proof. I don't know what robots will look like in the future, but right now, if your kid tells you, I think I want to go to a trade school instead of college, let them. Let them. You know, I've been able to keep a roof over my head. I've bought and sold homes for myself also. And I've done it doing hair mostly. I mean, real estate has given me some money, but I never made as much money as I made doing hair. So that's my 2 cents on that. But anyway, it has afforded me a really good life. And like I said, I've met some wonderful people and some good people, but my body is definitely I feel like I'm on a time clock, you know? So I'm just trying to figure out next steps. My husband and I talk about retirement and what that looks like for us too. So I don't know, guys. Well, I started to say that I'm trying to be a little bit more practical as well with things. I'm looking into notary, especially coming from a real estate background. It wouldn't be crazy for me to be a notary in general, but to become a loan signing agent, you have to be a notary in order to do that. And me being in and out of the real estate world, I think I could help walk somebody through their loan signing documents. So that's something that I'm thinking about too. It's not physical, thank goodness. It would be a lot of traveling. If I did it, I think I would be a mobile notary. I also feel like that too. When my mom was sick, and in the process of passing, we had to get paperwork done for some things before she transitioned. And I remember we had to call a mobile notary because my mom, you know, she was bedridden at that point. She couldn't go anywhere. The woman was so nice. I just remember her patiently sitting with, you know, my mom, going over the paperwork, you know, asking her if she understood what she was signing. And I remember when we got done, I walked her out and she took my hand and she said, you know, you're a good person and I'm sorry you're going through this. And if you ever need anything else, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. So that stuck with me because just like even a hairstylist, you're with people on super happy days, right? They just found out they're pregnant. They just got engaged. They got a promotion at work, you know. The boy that they've been staring at for the last 2 months finally asked them out, right? You know, the girl that they've been dating for the last 2 years, they know for sure she's going to be wifey, right? You know, you get to share those really super awesome moments with people. But sadly, you know, sometimes in my career, I've had to shave someone's hair off because they were getting ready to go through chemo. Or you sit with them and you hold their hand because they just lost a spouse or a child or a parent. I think notaries kind of do the same thing, you know. They're there when you're getting your first house. But maybe they're there when, you know, you have to do your estate planning and get that notarized or get a power of attorney taken care of. So they're there for highs and lows as well. So to me, that seems like maybe it could be probably like a natural transition. But like I said, people business that I've been in for the last 30 years and my real estate background that I've been in for the last 20. So that's something that I'm seriously looking into. I'm also looking into bookkeeping. Not only am I a hairstylist that has worked for other people, I had my own salon suite for a while, and running a business is, you need help. You know, you're busy making people beautiful. You know, you don't necessarily have time to run all your expenses and do your books, but you need to keep track of those things and you need to stay on top of them. So I definitely learned that. But a lot of small business owners, they're busy running their small business, right? They don't have time to sit up there and put line items down while they're, you know, trying to get cookies ready for somebody's birthday party, or, you know, sell that you know, merchandise that you just knew was going to be the next hot clothing item, and now no one's buying it. You got to figure out how to move it because you spent all this money on it, and now the sweaters are just sitting there, right? You don't want to have to deal with that, and you know, your marketing and all of that, and then go and be like, okay, who did I write checks to today? All right, I wrote checks to these people. Well, how much money do I have coming in? How much money do I have going out? So that's something else that I am exploring. And I also am a wedding officiant. I got ordained in 2024. And I kind of hung my shingle out earlier this year. I did start a wedding officiant business. I have not marketed myself enough, so I haven't done a wedding yet. And my circle of friends that I have, no one's getting married right now, right? They usually say, oh, your first couple of weddings, it's going to be friends and family. I don't have anybody that's getting married right now, so. But, you know, I do try to remind them, like, listen, if you do find someone, or even if you know someone who's getting married, please definitely reach out to me and let me know. So that's kind of where I've been. I also had a health scare earlier this year, back in March. I will try to make a long story short. I don't know, maybe I'll talk about it in another video, because it helped me, believe it or not. Apparently, when I had my colonoscopy years ago, I got diagnosed with diverticulosis and no one told me. Which, from what I'm hearing from people in the industry, medical people, they're like, oh, well, it's so common, sometimes they just don't even mention it. Excuse me? What? Who? Don't get me started on my soapbox. I was like, okay, that's really not acceptable. I don't care if you have to say it 50 times a day to whoever's waking up from the anesthesia. You have diverticulosis. You have diverticulosis. Guess what? We found this. I don't care if you have to say it 50 times a day. It needs to be communicated. And I'm frustrated because I had another family member who had diverticulosis and would get flare-ups on occasions. I say all that to say this. Had you told me, I would have been a lot more cautious and careful about how I ate, because it does run in my family. So anyway, I had a diverticulitis flare-up. When you have diverticulosis and you have a flare-up, it's called diverticulitis. It was my first one. I didn't know what the heck was going on. I was sick to my stomach, and it was really scary. And I had to go to the emergency room because it was that bad. And I never, ever, ever want to go through that again, ever. So I changed my diet. I changed how I ate. I gave up a lot of stuff. You know, my doctor also suspected that I might be on the verge of, I think IBS or was it GERD? I don't know. We had to do an endoscopy and an endoscopy and a colonoscopy. Fun, isn't it? Oh, my young people, if you're watching this, kids, wait till I start talking about menopause. But anyway, I was lucky that even as horrible as I felt, it wasn't that bad. They found some stuff, they took some stuff out, but as a result of that, again, changed my diet. I've lost 14 pounds just from changing my diet and cooking most of my own food. I don't eat out anywhere near as much as I used to. So that's a good thing, and it's a scary thing that had happened, but it led to a good thing. So I guess I'm grateful. I'm grateful, I suppose. I would have preferred the life lesson without the emergency room visit, but here we are. Anyway, that's kind of just been what's going on with me. Like I said, I'll talk more about this journey that I'm on, trying to figure out, you know, what 2.0 looks like. We'll see. The bookkeeping, if I'm honest, scares me a little bit. I've never been great with math. And, you know, I know people are like, oh, well, you know, the computer systems do a lot of it. Yeah, you still have to have the human contact, which I'm not worried about that. But you still have to be able to discern what goes where. And I'm hoping that my interior decorating, organizational skills and need to have things nice and pretty and orderly kicks in for that. Because I do like order, you know. My house is very orderly and organized. So I'm hoping that part of my brain will translate to the bookkeeping. So I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, that's what's going on with me. I hope you are well. If this is your first time here at this channel, my name is Melly. And yeah, I'm talking about middle age and sometimes home decor and life changes, and yeah, that's what I'm here for. I hope you'll come back. I'm going to try to do this every week. I know I said that before, but this time I'm going to try really hard. And, you know, if you are a middle-aged woman, you know, I want to hear from you. Like, how are you navigating the second half of your life? Are you in a rut right now? Are you trying to figure out what's next? Are you happy where you are? You know, are you good? You're like, I'm good. I'm not concerned about, you know, 2.0. But if you are concerned about 2.0, what are you doing about it? What are you looking into? Like, what are you exploring? You know, I want to hear about it. Drop a comment. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, enjoy your summer.